It's been a few years now that I've been streaming and making YouTube videos, mainly just stream highlights. But for the past year, since August 26th, 2023, I've been editing weekly videos for YouTube. And you know what? I didn't miss a single week. Yeah, they were late one time, but I've done a whole year of videos. And you know what? I've had fun. To commemorate that, today I'm going to be taking a personality quiz. I've been streaming for about 3 years now, and you know what? The rise has been slow and steady. We haven't seen a spike yet. But I think it'd be kind of cool to do a personality test every year to see if fame truly will change me. Right now, I have 264 subscribers on my main YouTube channel. I have about 1,600 on my Clips channel, and then my biggest following is on TikTok, which is 3,600. So some might say I have a little bit of clout, but like not really. And not even kidding, I only got $17 in my bank account, $4 in my savings, and like $12.99 in checking. And it's wild because it's my favorite number. This was not scripted. That's actually how much is in my account right now, and I'm not gonna show it. So let's see if next year anything will be different. If I'm still gonna be a brokey, we'll compare to next year to see if I truly do change with fame. Unless I stay the same, then oh well. Guys, nominate Peacein for Hidden Gem this year, please, we need it. This was recorded live over on twitch.tv/Peacein_17, so make sure you're following that we can hang out in future streams. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Today, I have pulled up the 16 Personalities website. You know, it's one of the more popular go-to sites for personality quizzes. It's not necessarily like medically acknowledged. It's like for fun, but also not really, you know? The main personality types are analysts, and for every single different larger branch, there's like more specific aspects. Diplomats, you know, the big brain people. Sentinels, everybody looks really smart in these pictures. And then explorers, okay, wait. I think I spoke too soon. So in terms of what I know for sure I know I'm introverted. Everything else, I don't know what I am. It's funny how many places ask you to give them your results for job applications. They do that to weed out the people who would not spend the 40-30 minutes to do this. You know what? A lot of people don't realize your personality does contribute a lot to your job in terms of the hiring and then actual performance aspect. In most any work environment, you have to work with people, so you kind of gotta get along with people. That's why if you're kind of awkward or if you're on the spectrum, it's really hard to like hold a job that relies heavily on any type of social interaction. I think it's good to take these screenings by yourself to kind of learn a bit more about yourself. They want the purple ones. You know, not everybody can be a purple person, because if everybody's an A personality type, then they're all just gonna bat heads, and that's not good either. They need some followers. So I'm gonna be taking the free personality test. I don't know how long this is. If this is 10 minutes or an hour, I'm committing. I really do love how they have the percentage bar at the bottom. It's like those YouTube videos where they put the little color banner when there's an ad. Let's get started. You regularly make new friends. No. I don't go out. I edit, I stream, I go on walks. I don't have the money to go party yet. Complex and novel ideas excite you more than simple and straightforward ones. Oh yeah. It's not that I think about the complex ideas, I like listening to them. You usually feel more persuaded by what resonates emotionally with you than by factual arguments. It's weird because I'm both like hyper empathetic and then I can be hyper apathetic. I'm gonna say neutral. Like, I will always acknowledge the practical first, but I will still take in consideration the emotional. Your living and working spaces are clean and organized. Okay, these are not synonymous. Clean means like not moldy or dirty. Organized means like everything is tidy. My space is unorganized, but it's clean. Like, I don't keep trash in my room. It's neutral. Neutral in everything? No, please. No, that's not what I want. You usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure, yes. I am very good at maintaining composure. I only had like one breakdown at work. We were supposed to close at 9. It was 4th of July, and across the street was like a massive fireworks presentation. So we had to stay open like an extra hour. So we didn't close until like 10, and we didn't get out till 1. You find the idea of networking or promoting yourself to strangers very daunting? Not really. I shield subs all the time, guys. Click subscribe right now. But networking is kind of cringe. It's because networking in itself is fake. It's not genuine. But it's not scary. I'm gonna say disagree because it's not daunting or scary. You prioritize and plan tasks efficiently, often completing them well before the deadline. Okay, I am good at organizing and planning. If you guys saw my spreadsheet that I use for like editing, like what needs to be done and what is done, I'm very organized with that. But before the deadline, there's been some days where I'll upload the video like an hour before 9 a.m. I'm gonna say kind of agree. People's stories and emotions speak louder to you than numbers or data. Cause like I'm very like practical, but if I hear somebody like suffering, then yeah, I'm gonna resonate with that more. I'm gonna say slight disagree because ultimately you do have to look at statistics, but you can't discredit outliers. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. No, I hate those. It makes me overwhelmed. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. Yeah, but that's because, like, I have anxiety and depression. And my mom said she hated me for, like, my entire childhood. Anyway, you feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. A few years ago, I would have said no on this, because stranger danger. If I see somebody wearing, like, a cool fit, or their makeup is cool, I'll be like, oh, that's nice. And then if a conversation goes from there, then that's chill. But it's not like I'm gonna go up to somebody and be like, hey, you wanna talk? I'm not like that. So I'm gonna say, kind of. You're not too interested in discussions about various interpretations of creative words. I'm not, okay, this is a double negative. I'm gonna say disagree. I like hearing people talk about what they're passionate about. You prioritize facts over people's feelings when determining a course of action. Isn't this something Ben Shapiro said? It depends on the scenario, but I think this means in terms of like individual interactions between like friends and families. And obviously in those instances, I will consider feelings. I'm gonna say disagree. You often allow the day to unfold without any schedule at all. Yeah, I'm a streamer. I click go live and people show up no matter what time I click go live. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. Oh no. No, wait, a few years ago, maybe when I was a teen, and by few, I mean like 7 years ago, I would very much care a lot more. But now that I have a lot more self-confidence, I don't care. This is why, like, I'm convinced that people's personalities can change over time. Because your lived experience does form a lot of it. Obviously, there's the component of, like, childhood trauma does affect a lot of your adult demeanor. But when you're an adult, you experience so much more. I'm gonna say mostly agree. You enjoy participating in team-based activities. Nope. I hate co-op games. It's because if they're worse than me, then they suck. And if I'm worse than them, then I suck and I hate myself. And I've never liked sports or anything like that. The only sport I did in school was track. I did the relay, but I was the fastest person in the relay and I didn't say anything. But I would be so internally mad at my teammates because they would be so much slower than me. You enjoy experimenting with new and untested approaches. No. You prioritize being sensitive over being completely honest. I am very blunt and curt, but if I know it's like a sensitive situation, then I will be more kind. Slight disagree, because I don't want to be an asshole. You actively seek out new experiences and knowledge areas to explore. Nope. I like staying numb and dumb. You are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. Oh my god, yeah, literally anxiety brain. You enjoy solitary hobbies or activities more than group ones. Yeah, I like being by myself. But I like doing things by myself, but having somebody in the room. Like, if I'm at my computer playing a game, and my sister's, like, on her phone or watching TV, I like doing that. Like, not playing together, but playing around each other, I really enjoy. You cannot imagine yourself writing fictional stories for a living. I can't imagine writing, but I can imagine drawing. Like, I think a picture book would be kind of fun. But yeah, I can't imagine myself writing. You favor efficiency in decisions, even if it means disregarding some emotional aspects. I'm gonna say disagree because there is no situation where I don't consider the emotional aspect of a decision. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. No, I like stalling. But whenever I do my chores, I do all of them. Like, I'll spend a whole day doing my chores. In disagreements, you prioritize proving your point over preserving the feelings of others. Yeah, I am kind of a debate lord sometimes. This is something that I'm working on, but if I'm getting into like a heated discussion with somebody and they're not understanding something, I will call them stupid. I don't do that anymore because I've been called up by several friends. But yeah, facts over feelings, hell yeah. You usually wait for others to introduce themselves first at social gatherings, yeah. Yeah, that's a self-confidence thing. I still would rather have somebody talk first than me. Your mood can change very quickly. Not really. If I feel something, I will feel it throughout the entire day. I don't like snap and change. Even though I do have depression and anxiety, I don't have constant mood changes. It's kind of like one thing will happen and that dictates my status for the entire day. You're not easily swayed by emotional arguments. I'm not. I will always consider practical first, and just because someone is crying doesn't mean I'll instantly change my mind. It takes a lot of convincing. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Yeah. You enjoy debating ethical dilemmas. Oh my god, I love it so much. The reason why I like having political or philosophical debates with like my friends and stuff is because it shows so much insight into their personal morality and character. Like, obviously there's some things that we can disagree on and still be friends, but there are obviously things that are like red flags. And I think you kind of have to dip your toes in that a little, not super soon, but like before you get like really emotionally attached to somebody. If you have like one thing that's like a deal breaker for you, that they don't agree with you on, that's gonna affect your future relationship, whether romantic or platonic, you kinda gotta figure out that soon, because you don't wanna invest so much time or money or hanging out with this person if they don't see you as a person. Something that I will never let slide is if somebody does not like queer people, because then that means you like hate me. I can understand them not like understanding a queer person's lived experience if they themselves are not queer, but you still need to have kindness and empathy for people that are unlike you. Just because it's foreign or scary doesn't mean that they're a lesser person. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. Nah, I'm fine being in my room all day. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. Nah, I think it's interesting to see what people think. When facts and feelings conflict, you usually find yourself following your heart. This is not a Disney movie. You find it challenging to maintain a consistent work or study schedule. Yeah. It's because like I'm disabled, so like there's some days where I can like get up at 6 and be at my computer for 4 hours straight and work. And then there's some days where I can't get out of bed. So anytime I hit a road bump like that, it messes up my mood for a few days. But more often than not, as of recent, I have been able to stick to a kind of schedule in terms of like getting sure I do my daily exercise and stuff. But I still don't edit, I still don't stream at the same time. Oh well! But you know, at least I'm doing something every day. I'm doing what I want to do every day. You rarely second guess the choices that you've made. Slight agree. I don't regret anything I've done, but there are several, but not majority, instances where I do think back on what I have done, and I think about how I can do it better. But I rarely doubt or regret doing anything I've done. Your friends would describe you as lively as and outgoing. No. You are drawn to various forms of creative expression, such as writing. Yes, I do have an art degree. You usually base your choices on objective facts rather than emotional impressions. For the most part, yeah. You have a to-do list for every day. Nope. You rarely feel insecure. Ask me 6 years ago, and I would say I feel insecure all the time. Ask me now, I don't care. I know I'm fat. I know I'm plus size. I know I'm POC. I know I'm not conventionally attractive. I know I'm not super funny, but I try. As long as I like how I am now, everybody else's opinion does not matter. The only opinions I care about is my sister and my friends and maybe my Twitch chat. But otherwise, I don't care. You avoid making phone calls, hell yeah. If I have to make phone calls, I will. Yesterday, I spent 3 to 4 hours making phone calls for doctor's appointments and it sucked. But you know, sometimes you gotta do it. But I will still avoid it at all costs. You enjoy exploring unfamiliar ideas and viewpoints. I don't necessarily enjoy it, but I still listen to other opposing viewpoints. It's good, because if you keep yourself in a bubble, then you're not going to learn, you're not going to expand your own perspective. So you need to hear opposing ideas. You can easily connect with people you've just met. Yep. I'm really good at shaping and molding what I say and do. And that could be masking. Uh-oh. I can talk with anybody, I think. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. No. If I ruin my schedule or if my plans are changed, it really bothers me. You're still bothered by mistakes you made a long time ago. No. I don't regret anything. Nothing is a mistake. If you see your past decisions as mistakes, then that means you have very little faith and confidence in yourself, both your present and your past self. Stand behind what you did in the past, unless you did crimes, of course. The you of the past thought that was the best thing to do, so stand behind it. Because even if something is a mistake, as long as you're not hurting anybody, that's a learned experience. You are not too interested in discussing theories on what the world could look like in the future. Honestly, yeah, the future is like so hard to think about. If you live in the States, you probably resonate with this. Climate change, global warming, the threat of daily violence from the state and the government, and then also your fellow civilians because gun violence. It's hard to think about what your future will be like when there's so much daily threats to your livelihood. I don't like thinking about the future. I just want to stay in the present, you know what I mean? Enjoy my life while I have it. Your emotions control you more than you control them, no. I've gotten really good at self-regulation. When making decisions, you focus more on how the affected people might feel than on what is more logical or efficient. You focus more on how the affected people might feel. I would say slight agree, because you do have to consider that as a result, right? You can't just prioritize logic. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. Yeah, that's because I'm disabled. They're being ableist. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. Wait, that's so real? No, that's so real. You know, my mom made me this way. Wait, I'm gonna cry. That's so real. I don't hyper-focus on me disappointing them. So I'm gonna say majority disagree. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. Hell yeah. The thing I like about Clicking Go Live is I do it by myself. You know? I don't got a crew, I don't got a staff yet. Hopefully we'll have an editor soon. But it's just me, I like it. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. No, why not? Why not think? You feel more drawn to busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet, intimate places. I'm neutral. I used to freak out in more crowded areas, but now I kinda like it. If a decision feels right to you, you often act on it without needing further proof. Yeah, I can be kind of rash with certain decisions, but if it's something where I could potentially lose something, like a relationship or money, then yeah, I'll think about it more. You often feel overwhelmed. Okay, yesterday I felt very, very overwhelmed, but that's because I spent hours and hours on the phone with doctors only to get nowhere. But normally, I've gotten a lot better at self-regulation. You know, I was in counseling before, enrolling again soon. So I don't feel as overwhelmed as before. I used to literally have, not like a full mental breakdown, but I would have a day where I cried and cried and cried. Like once a month, 6 months ago, and then a year ago, I would have that once a week. And as of recent, it happens every 3 months. I think it's because I've very much accepted my reality. I've accepted who I am, how I am, the way I am. I don't get overwhelmed in that way as much. I'm gonna say strong disagree. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. Yeah, I'm very particular and meticulous with certain things. You prefer tasks that require you to come up with creative solutions rather than follow concrete steps. In order for me to do something for the first time, I do need instructions. But once I'm given the instructions, I kind of gamify to find the more efficient and quick way to do something. Neutral. I love being efficient. You know, I grew up playing the Papa's games, and I love trying to find the best and quickest way to do things. You are more likely to rely on emotional intuition than logical reasoning when making a choice. Neutral, I consider both. You struggle with deadlines. No, I always get things done on time. It might be right up to the deadline, but I still get it done. You feel confident that things will work out for you. Yes, I am delusional. Guys, subscribe right now so we hit that 10 million. I want that play button. Okay, choose your gender. I'm a girly. The moment of truth. Your personality type is logician? I don't know how to say it. INTP-A. Logicians are innovative inventors with an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. Energy. 25% extroverted and 75% introverted. That makes sense. I like staying by myself, but I don't mind being around people. Introverted individuals tend to prefer fewer, yet deep and meaningful social interactions and often feel drawn to calmer environments. Legit, I only got like one real friend. We're like this. Mind. 57% intuitive, 43% observant. Intuitive individuals are very imaginative, open-minded, and curious. They value originality and focus on hidden meanings and distant possibilities. You know why? This is because I took AP Lit in high school. AP Lit literally changed my whole worldview. Animal Farm means so much more now. Nature. 54% thinking, 46% feeling. Thinking individuals focus on objectivity and rationality, often dismissing emotions in favor of logic. Uh-oh. They tend to see effectiveness as more important than social harmony. Yeah, I think 50-50 kind of makes sense. Tactics. 31% judging, 69% prospecting. Prospecting individuals are very good at improvising and adapting to opportunities. They tend to be flexible, nonconformists who value novelty above stability. I'm very go with the flow, and I can make decisions fairly quickly, but that's because like I have anxiety brain, so before I go into any situation, I think about all the 100 to infinite possibilities of what could happen. Identity. 72% assertive, 28% turbulent. Assertive individuals are self-assured, even-tempered, and resistant to stress. Wait, that's a lie. I stress all the time. They refuse to worry too much and tend to be self-confident when striving to achieve goals. 90% of the time, I can be assertive when I need to. But then 10% I'm like really shy and self-conscious. I didn't think it would be that big. You know, I was told I have a BA personality, a bachelor's degree, and like, I can be sociable when I need to, and then assertive. I'm not super introverted anymore. INTP personality. Introverted, intuitive, thinking, and prospecting. I'm a scientist, which makes sense because I have a bachelor's of science - graphic design. I am really sad I didn't get the green characters because green is my favorite color. Okay, I don't want to necessarily read all of this. Wait, there's so many subsections? Strengths, weaknesses, romantic relationships, friendships, parenthood, career paths, workplace habits, and conclusion. What sounds the most interesting? Romantic relationships. People with the INTP personality type, logicians, have an unusual combination of traits that often come as a pleasant surprise to their romantic partner. Wait, I'm unusual. INTPs may seem cerebral and reserved, but once they let their guard down, they have a playful, creative side as well. Wait, that's literally me. INTPs miss their ex? Shut up, I don't. In their relationships, INTP personalities can use their ingenuity to keep things fresh and come up with clever, unexpected ways to make their partner feel special. As introverts, INTPs appreciate alone time, but that doesn't mean that they don't crave companionship. For people with this personality type, the ideal romantic partner isn't just someone to pass the time with, but an equal who can challenge their ideas. They want to spend their life in pursuit of learning and growth. They hope that the person they love will not just share this mission, but can actively encourage it. I've said this for a while. I don't think I could date another socialist. Because then we'd agree on everything and there wouldn't be any, like, friction. It's not that I want friction. I just need to be challenged sometimes. You know what I mean? Finding a relationship that meets these standards isn't always easy for these personalities. INTPs may drag their feet when it comes to going out into the world and meeting new people. Literally me. Even early in the dating phase, INTPs are usually direct and honest. They don't see the point of playing games, and while they can be quiet, they aren't coy. People with this personality type rarely filter their opinions, and they encourage their partner to be frank with them as well. For many of these individuals, being upfront isn't a sign of rudeness or bad manners. Instead, it's a point of pride. Not to mention a way to avoid misunderstandings. Wait, that's literally so me! Wait, they know me so well! Instantly unlock the 95% of insights? This is only 5%? That's wild. But you know what, guys? I scored INTP. I'm a logician. Or magician. I don't think I'm saying that right. But there we have it. So that was me taking the personality test on August 28th, 2024. Let's see what I score next year. And hopefully I'll have more money in my bank account. Maybe it'll be like 17,000 by next year. If you like this video, subscribe, leave a comment, like it. I'd appreciate it. You can also watch live over on twitch.tv/Peacein_17. You can come hang out and chat. Isn't that pretty cool? But thank you for watching. Honestly, I knew I was gonna score introverted. I do definitely feel like I've become more outgoing the past few years. My confidence has gone up too. But I still like being by myself. I'm definitely an introvert. It makes sense. But it is wild how the romantic relationships, for the most part, clocked me. Like, it was right on the nose. That's crazy. They gotta be in my head or something. It's all those targeted ads.